Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ujola from Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode, I want us to talk about peace. I want us to talk about surrendering, all right? Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Overthinking will steal your peace. Surrender to God, surrender to life, surrender to the universe, and get some rest. Overthinking will steal your peace. Surrender to God, surrender to life, surrender to the universe, and get some rest. That is what we want to talk about today for a few short minutes. In this fast-paced world that we find ourselves, all right, it's easy to become trapped in the endless loop of thoughts. You keep thinking over and over and over again, and that is causing you stress, it's causing anxiety. But I don't want you to be afraid. Fear not. Let me say it as the scriptures always say, fear not, because today I will share with you some insights that will help you change your mind, that will shift your mind in a positive direction so that you'll be able to enjoy the life you have and hope to have a better life. So sit back, relax, and let's talk together. See, overthinking is something most of us experience. Like I said before, our minds become a battleground of consistent thoughts, incessant thoughts, worries, and doubt, cycle upon cycle, just going around and around like that. But I want to ask, I keep asking myself this, and I'm going to share it with you. Why does overthinking steal our peace? I think about that a lot, all right? Why does overthinking steal our peace? This is what I've come to realize, all right? Overthinking traps us in a cycle of repetitive thoughts, and it prevents us from being present in the moment where we find ourselves. You are not here, you are not there, you are everywhere. And that will steal your peace. That's what overthinking does. It takes you everywhere, just pushing you around like that. We constantly ruminate about the past, and we worry about the future, and then we create unnecessary stress and anxiety. And that is so true. All right. So the question now is, how can we break free from this cycle of overthinking? Let me go right into it and say this. One effective way is to practice mindfulness. That's one way, all right? One effective way is to practice mindfulness. By bringing our attention to the present moment, we are able to observe our thoughts without judging them. You are able to observe your thoughts without judgment. That takes practice. It's not something I just said and immediately you are able to do it. You have to keep practicing. It even means that I'm telling you this. I'm still practicing. I'm still a student of mindfulness. And what I've discovered that it helps me to detach from my past or my future. It helps me to detach from my thoughts that are bothering my mind. It helps me to be here in the now, and it prevents me from getting entangled in the web of overthinking. And that is where surrendering comes into place. See, surrendering is often misconceived as a sign of weakness, but in reality, it is an act of immense strength. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Surrendering doesn't mean you are giving up. It means you are letting go of the illusion of control. Many of us think we are really in control. I'm in charge, I'm in control. But that's an illusion. And that is what surrendering will help you see. That is what surrendering will help you achieve. It will help you to let go of the illusion of control. Surrendering is about acknowledging that there is a greater force at work in the universe. Whether you call it God, whether you call it life or the universe, surrendering helps you to know that, see, there is something that is bigger than you here. There is a play that is bigger than the ones you are acting in right now. And when you trust that thing, that God, that life, that universe, when you trust that God have your best interest at heart, That is surrendering. Trusting that God, life, or the universe has your best interest at heart. That is surrendering. So you ask, how can surrendering bring us peace? This is what I will say. Surrendering allows us to release the burden of trying to control every aspect of our lives. That is where most people miss it. You want to control every aspect of your life. You want to be on top of everything. You are anxious. You are so full of stress. Why? Because you don't know how to let go. See, that's what surrendering will help you do. It will help you to release the burden of trying to control every aspect of your life. It will open the door of grace. It will open the door for both grace and divine guidance to flow into your life. When we stop fighting against the natural flow of life, when we are able to accept what is, our life currently, you are able to accept it the way it is right now, you find inner peace. You find a deep sense of trust as things and events unfold in your life. This is what I want to say also, that see, letting go is an integral part of surrendering. How do you do that? The first thing I will say is you need to know that letting go is an ongoing process. And it starts with self-compassion. You need to love yourself enough to be compassionate towards yourself. You need to be gentle with yourself. You need to recognize that you cannot control everything, and that will help you to let go. By accepting this truth that, see, you cannot control everything, you can start releasing the grip of your thoughts. You start releasing the grip of your emotions. Do you understand me? Rest is also very important. Rest is an essential part of our overall well-being, and we must prioritize it. In the midst of your busyness, you need to incorporate small moments of rest throughout the day. 5 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 20 minutes there. Incorporate small moments of rest throughout the day. Whether it is taking short breaks to breathe deeply, to meditate, or walk outside, these moments of pause helps us to rejuvenate. Do you understand? It helps us to gain and regain clarity. This is what I want to say. You need to embrace faith. Embracing faith and trust in the process of life is very transformative. And that is the key thing about is the anchor that my life rests on. Faith and trust that everything is working out for my good. Faith and trusts that everything is working together for my utmost good. See, embracing faith and trust requires you to surrender your need for constant certainty. I want to be sure, I want to be sure, I want to be sure. No, see, that means you don't have faith. You are not trusting the flow of life. You are not trusting the universe to have your best interest at heart. I'm not saying you should be passive and not do nothing. I'm saying there is an ease that comes with you doing anything. Embracing faith and trust is about knowing that even in the face of uncertainty, we are being guided. Even in the face of uncertainty, we are being supported. See, during difficult moments, it is very essential for you to remember that challenges are a part of your growth. You cannot always control what happens, but you can control your response to what happened. By choosing to view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, you are able to shift your perspective and find strength in surrendering to the journey. See, as we conclude today's episode, I want you to think about this. You are not alone on this journey at all. You're not alone at all on this journey. So I want you to embrace the power of surrender. I want you to open your heart to peace right now. Embrace the power of letting go. Open your heart and your mind to peace that is waiting for you. Open your heart and your mind to the peace that is waiting for you. What have we been talking about? Overthinking will steal your peace. All right? Overthinking will steal your joy. Overthinking will steal your happiness if you are not careful. Surrender to God. Surrender to life. Surrender to the universe. Whatever you call the higher power that holds your life, surrender to it and get some rest. Thank you, and we'll talk tomorrow.